Hello, I'm Sandy Monroe. I'm the NetFlow product manager, and I'm going to introduce you to NetFlow. In today's world, there are many electronic devices at oil and gas facilities that need monitoring and control. A traditional SCADA system is expensive to purchase, manage, maintain, and support. NetFlow is a full-functioning monitoring and control system based in the cloud that integrates easily into these electronic devices. There are no user fees, no upfront licensing, and simple monthly fees per device within NetFlow. Now that we understand NetFlow is a cloud-based web SCADA system, we have to activate our devices into NetFlow. How do we do that? We first determine the communication method with you. We can do cellular, radio, Ethernet, or satellite. Now that we have communication, call support line, let us know your device type, if there are required registers, and any polling requirements that you may need. The NetFlow support team will add those devices into NetFlow, giving you full control and access on any web browser anywhere you are in the world. Now that we have your devices activated within NetFlow, you need to log in. Simply open your web browser, point it to our URL, and log in with user security and password. You will see on the overview screen 3 panels. There's a panel on the top providing some menu items and a help button. On the left side is your navigation tree. In this tree you will see areas, meters, and devices that you can select. In the main window, we'll provide a default area for you to view red, green, and orange colors on some of the numbers. Those are simply your alarm statuses. Green meaning OK, orange meaning you have a high or a low alarm condition, and red meaning you have a critical, high, and low alarm condition. All of these are set by you, the user. Now that we've had a look at the colors in the main panel, you will also notice that there are separate panels or grids contained in that main panel. These individual panels are organized by device types, your meters, your pads, your tanks, or your well testing. And within each of these grids, you will see analog or digital statuses of data associated with meters or other process devices. In here, you'll also see a little trend icon that you can use to access trending on any of these points. Within each panel, you have the meter name or device name. You can click on that meter or device name and bring up a menu of items. One of them includes a graphics. NetFlow can do graphics of any process drawing. The example shown is one with a customer battery. These are easily built and deployed. We can do pumps, tanks, plunger systems, pump jacks. Just ask NetFlow support to design your oil and gas system. Another of the features available from the menu item off of your device or meter name is trending, where we provide industry-leading standard trends with a date selection, a span selection from 1 day to 3 months, back and forward buttons. We provide the ability to add annotations to a pen. Open up the annotation window, describe your event process that has occurred, and you have a history of that reason for the trend change or the device upset within the field right on your trend that anybody and any user can see. We display alarms and the ranges. We allow you to select the pen color and to select those ranges and alarms. You can, from the main menu of the trend window, simply change that to select another meter rather than going back to the overview. We give you the ability to export CSV or Excel files or PDF files of that data. We also provide a new feature with multi-trends for 4 meters into one window. This is useful for engineers comparing things like static, tubing, or casing or line pressures in one area. A further option available from the menu items under the meter or device name is the meter configuration screen. Once you bring this up, you can display all your gas compositions. You can change and write the gas composition if you have security privileges. We show you the calibration dates on your transmitters in the field. We give you the meter date and time poll, and we provide some manual values that you can change within the screen. Things like your orifice plate size, your meter setup configuration, and we also display your instantaneous values in here. Another window available under the device or meter name is the historical daily records. In these records, you have the gas analysis with a date stamp of when the analysis was loaded into the meter. We also display the current meter configuration data for your easy reference. The main point of this table is to have historical daily records. These records are supplied with filters to be able to search for particular items within that or particular operating factors. You have the ability to print this screen or to export them into a CSV file. A final feature of this is the ability to modify any of those records. NetFlow always stores and protects your original data, but we ask you to provide a reason for the modification within this table. Moving away from the menu associated with the device or meter names, we go to the top panel of the overview screen where we can find the alarm management button. Once we click this, the alarm management screen comes up, displaying on the left panel a directory with your areas and meters that you can select to display the alarms associated with those. In the top center, a different navigation exists with a dendrogram, which is a picture of all your meters and devices and your navigation to individual meters if needed. In the bottom center, there's a meter with a device name, there's an alarm description, the ability to enable or disable devices and show the status of that. You can export all of these as well into a CSV file. Here you can also add any of the selected alarms into an email or call-out group. The right panel displays your alarm settings where you have access to your highs or lows. You have individual or group alarms where you can mass enable, disable any of the alarm settings. On the right panel, you also have the ability to manage groups. This is your call-out system where you do email, voice, call-out, or a text option. You make a group, you add your numbers or an email or a phone number. You can enable and disable these groups for different operations or different shifts. Here you can add all the callouts and all the people associated to that meter or to that area who are responsible for responding to the alarm callouts. You have the ability to do a first callout, and if there is no answer, NetFlow will then call the next in line. NetFlow will keep calling until the alarm is acknowledged. Staying with the top panel in the overview screen, you have a report menu option that will give you the ability to select custom reporting. Now, while support adds a lot of export report types for production accounting example with many different formats, this is where the user creates their own reports or trends. On the left panel, you have available meters or device values. The top panel is where you actually set up the report trend or type, and you can save it into a user or shared folder. The main panel is available when you select the meter. On the left will give you your values into that main panel. Drag and drop simply to the right side of the panel, which will build your report or trend. Once you're done that, save it into your shared or user folder. The way a shared or user folder works is anything that is shared is available to anybody who logs into the system will see what you have built. Or you can save it simply as a user folder where you are the only one to view what you have built. From the main overview screen on the top panel, you have the ability again to select reports. Under the reports, you have your gas composition or your meter configuration, both available by the area you're in or for the entire company. The gas composition selection gives you the company, the area, the meter name, the sample date if you know it, the last change of the gas composition, and of course the entire gas composition for each meter. If you select the meter configuration, again by area or by company, you get the meter name, the model, the meter date and type, the full configuration of that meter, things like your contract hour, your plate size, your pipe size, your tap location, and of course the entire configuration for that meter. From the overview screen on the top panel, you will see a measurement warnings button. There will be a number associated to that warning. That number is the number of communication or measurement warnings you may have for your meters within NetFlow. Selection of that button shows you all the warnings we have calculated at 4 o'clock every morning. You may clear these warnings, but if the condition still exists, NetFlow will return them the following day. You will see things like plate size. Is the beta ratio correct? Is the pipe size versus the plate size correct? Is the static pressure range incorrect? Do you have communications? If you have no communications for more than 60 days, or you have no communication from 3 to 7 days, that'll tell you the operating condition of that meter. Is it disabled? Is it discontinued? Is it a live meter that just is not reporting in? Do you have most values in your gas composition set at 0? Those are just some examples of the issues that we will determine within your measurement system in NetFlow. Thank you for spending your time with me. I hope I have shown you the value NetFlow can offer you and your business.